Hey guys, it's Shireen Said for those of you who don't know, and if you're watching this video, most likely you know who I am. I haven't done a YouTube video in a while, and I decided to do a Q&A, which means you guys ask me questions and I answer them for you. Some were a little bit personal, I'm gonna leave them out, but some are personal. I am gonna touch base with them because I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. But I just wanted to start off with thank you so much for your support. I mean, in the last few months, the amount of messages that I've gotten, the support from my community, from the women, the love you guys have showered me, honestly, like, it's amazing, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys, and I love how we all stick together, you know, women power all the way.
No, really the number one.
Okay, so I'm going to start off the video. Obviously, I've had the same questions being asked. You guys have I haven't spoken about this before, but yes, it's true. I am divorced. I am single. I was married for 10 years. It was, a few of the questions were, you know, did you guys end it on bad terms, on good terms? It was a civil divorce. You know, he's the father of my children, and I will always have love and respect towards him. I don't want to get into why we got divorced, but obviously when any divorce happens, clearly the relationship is not that healthy. I'm a strong believer in I am in control of my life, and I do want to live my life to the fullest, and anything that's going to interrupt that or bring me down or be negative in my environment, I'm not willing to do that. Like, my ex is a great guy and I'm a great person, but at the end, after 10 years, it just wasn't working out. And sometimes, you know, for the children's sake, it's healthier to see both of the parents happy than, you know, the parents being together and at each other's throat all the time and just ruining the mood. I like my environment to be up vibe. I don't like negativity, and, you know, unfortunately, that's what I found is best for me. I want to focus on myself, focus on what makes me happy, because if I can't rely on anybody else to make me happy. So I'm just, you know, you do you make yourself happy, I'm gonna make myself happy, and, you know, everything else will fall into place. The divorce was civil, so we are on good terms. You know, when you have children together, I strongly believe that you guys always have to, just because you guys leave each other doesn't mean you stop being a family. You always need to be a family. It has to be civil. You guys do need to do things together as a family for the sake of the children. You know, I don't do the whole talking negative about him to the kids, or I expect the same vice versa, because at the end I don't want my children to suffer. My kids are doing fine, they're great, they're happy. Our environment at home is a lot happier, so that does rub off onto the children. You know, they get to see mum happy, they get to see dad happy, and I want him to be happy and I'm happy. I wish him all the best. You know, he will always have a special place in my heart. I've shared 10 years with him. He's the father of my children. So yeah, that's that. Let's move on. Okay, so next question is advice you can give to women starting out a small business in the beauty industry. Okay, advice that I would give. Number one, make sure you have a passion for it. Make sure you really love what you're doing. Make sure you're doing it from the bottom of your heart. Number two, I think you need to determine whether you want to be a business owner or whether you want to be a therapist. There's two different things. If you want to do this to get into it, so just be a therapist and you treat your clients, you know, you be one-on-one with your clients, I find that you will find it hard to grow your business, because then you're not going to be able to focus on the business side of things. But you know what, get a business coach. I have a business coach and he really helped me. Read, do a lot of research, you know, have a look at inspiration around you. Don't copy, be real. You know, do you have your own twist to it? Always be innovative, so always look at new treatments, new things that you can bring in to help your client's skin. And when you see your client, don't see your client just as a dollar figure. See your client as a human being that has come to you because they're suffering for something with their skin, and it really does affect them. So have it within your heart to really want to help your clients out to fix their skin, because when you do that for them and it feels like you've kind of contributed to that person's life, to their confidence, and that feels good. Personally, I'm not hands-on in the clinic. I don't treat my clients because I have to run a business, but I do consult, and I do make sure that the girls are all amazing. My girls are amazing. You know, I love them all, and they work from their heart. They have a passion for it. Just expect excellency. Like, don't don't do any shortcuts. Like, expect the best at work and the best will happen. And dream big, believe in yourself. Anyone who tells you that you can't do it, just be like, I'm going to prove you wrong. You can do anything you want to do. It doesn't matter how big your dreams are, the bigger the better. Okay, so 2 years ago, before I renovated the clinic and changed it to what it was, I was doing this technique, this breathing technique that I got off Tony Robbins. It was a 10-minute morning ritual. And part of the technique is you breathe a certain way, and then it's all about visualization and gratitude. Believe it or not, but 2 years ago, I used to visualize myself now exactly where I am today. So if you haven't heard of law of attraction, search up law of attraction. And if you are starting a business in this industry, really read into that, because if you learn to get your mindset right and you start to visualize where you want to be and really believe within yourself that you're going to get there and you're going to be that, it will happen. Okay, off topic, what are the other benefits for colon hydrotherapy, and is colon hydrotherapy safe for pregnant women? If you're pregnant, you can't do colonic hydrotherapy. What are the benefits of colonic hydrotherapy? Okay, so put it this way. Everything that we eat, everything that we absorb, it all has toxins in it. And, you know, we don't eat the best. Our lifestyle isn't the best. When those toxins get stored into your body, that's where all the sickness starts from. So if you really look into it and you do your own research, you realize all sickness starts from the gut. So if you're able to rid your body from those toxins, and you're able, because it gets rid of the toxins, it gets rid of the fetus that's within your intestines, and some of it can stay in there for up to 7 years. And at the same time, it's injecting about 20 liters of water into you. So the first 20 minutes of the treatment, your body is just absorbing that water. Just having that hydration is amazing for all of your organs. So to me, that's what I find other benefits to it. I remember once, again, I watched a video of Tony Robbins talking about a lady who had cancer, and she did a lot of colonic hydrotherapy treatments to actually help get rid of her cancer after her radiation and flush all of that out of her body, and it worked. So colonic hydrotherapies are excellent for the body. Next question. This is an interesting question. If you can use one machine from your store for the rest of your life, what will it be? One machine for the rest of my life. Well, me personally, I have good skin, but I look after it. So I would want a machine to kind of maintain my skin, but at the same time, when I'm older, I need something that's going to give me anti-aging. PRP, definitely. You only need to do a few treatments every year, but the results from that are amazing. But then again, it's, one machine, it's hard. I love them all. we don't just do one treatment. Like, all of our treatments, we do multi-layering treatments. So we do like 5-6 treatments in the one session. So we do Lamecca, we do needling, we do PRP, we do chemical pills, all in the one session. That's how we achieve such great results. So that's a hard one, but I think it would be PRP. Next question. I've been asked this question, honestly, probably over 300 times. And I know I'm going to get a little bit of hate for being so honest, but I'm just going to be real with you guys and be completely honest with you. So, how did you lose your weight, your baby weight? You look beautiful. Can you please post more vlogs? Thank you. My baby weight. Okay. My whole life I've been thin. I've never been to be a big girl, but obviously when I fell pregnant with my son, I went up to about 70 kilos. And for me, my average weight is between 50 to 55. That was massive. After I gave birth to him, 6 months later, I found that, it wasn't budging and I wasn't losing any more weight. So I did get recommended to take Duromine. Now, listen to me carefully when I talk about Duromine, because I received a lot of people telling me how bad it is for you and how it affects you, and it does affect you and it is bad for you. But the way I did it personally, so we have a naturopath in the clinic. Now, my naturopath gave me certain shakes, certain supplements that I took alongside with Duromine that kind of protected my organs from the damage that Duromine can cause. Anything that you take a lot of is going to cause you damage. I took Duromine for 6 weeks and I didn't take it every single day. So what I did was, the first 2 weeks, I took it 3 times a week. Not after each other, I was spacing them out between the days so the effects of it is not too much. The second 2 weeks, I took it twice a week. And then the 2 weeks after that, I took it once a week. Now, I lost 8 kilos on Duromine, but what it did for me, it kind of gave me that head start to not eat so much because I was eating a lot before it. But at the time after that, I finished taking Duromine back in November, and I got divorced in Feb. So I feel like, obviously before the divorce, it was very stressful. I feel like the stress that I went through my divorce, that made me lose a lot of weight, to be honest with you. I was working out, I did go to the gym, but then COVID happened and we couldn't do anything. But during COVID, I think I lost like 8 kilos. But that's plainly due to stress, not Duromine. So if you are going to want to go on Duromine to kind of give you that head start, it worked well for me. Please see a naturopath so she can go through, she'll do blood tests for you to make sure everything is okay, that you can take it. And at the end of the day, you get that prescribed from your doctor. Your doctor does give it to you. So if your doctor recommends it and you have the all clear to go take it, then go for it. It worked for me. Oh, this is a hard one. Advice for mums with kids who don't know if they should stay in their marriage or leave. Okay. This is me personally, this is my opinion, and please don't take my word for God's word, but you're asking my personal opinion. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is what made me weigh up my options and what pushed me to kind of leave, to be honest with you. Mind you, it was a mutual thing. We both kind of broke it off, but I did, yeah. If you find yourself in a marriage and you are unhappy, and if you're unhappy 100%, he's unhappy too. Happy wife, happy life. If you're unhappy, your kid's not going to be happy either. If you feel like you're staying in the marriage just for the sake of your children, what's going to happen is your children are going to learn that it's okay to be unhappy, and most likely they're going to end up doing the same thing when they're older. Your environment at home needs to be completely like high vibes. High vibes means happy, peaceful, content, nothing irritating. If you feel like you're walking around eggshells at home, then that's not right. You weren't put on this earth to live a miserable life. You weren't put on this earth, to suffer and be, whatever people think, and I don't think like that. You live once. You do the right thing by your life and by your children, but most importantly, you do the right thing by you. If you're not going to do what's right by you, if you're not going to love yourself and put yourself first, nobody's going to do that for you. You make your own happiness. You rely on yourself for your own happiness. You don't rely on him. You don't rely on your kids. You don't rely on your friends. You do that for yourself. And when you love yourself enough, and if you're in a relationship and you're unhappy, automatically you're going to be like, I don't deserve this. He doesn't deserve this. My kids don't deserve this. So it's better that I just go out and do my own thing. And that's how it was for me. If you're contemplating getting divorced and you're unhappy and it just can't be fixed, and you guys have tried all avenues to work it out and it's just not happening, because that does happen. People just grow apart. They're two completely different people. Number one, I'd recommend you get a job. You make some money. Very, very important. You want to make sure you're financially stable on your own and that you can do it on your own, and you'll have so much fulfillment when you make it on your own, and you don't need anyone for that. The amount of people that I know that are married to their husbands, unhappy and miserable, and even sometimes, they can become unfaithful, but they stay just for the sake of he pays for the bills. That's not right. Me personally, I don't think that's right. No amount of money or no amount of bills is worth me staying and being unhappy, living miserably just for the sake of him paying for the bills. You're a woman. You can do it on your own. You can go out there, you can hustle, and you probably hustle even better than him. You probably make 3 times more what he makes, and you will. So believe in yourself to be able to do that and start somewhere. Start making cash, make money. Number 2 is make sure it's a civil divorce. You don't want it to get ugly. All divorces, I feel like they go through a phase where it kind of does get ugly, but try as hard as you can to not let people interfere, because when you get divorced, guess what? The neighbor, the whole family, people who meant jack shit to your life and your marriage want to come and give you the advice on what you should do. And most of the time, it's not right advice. Fuck him, take him to court, take everything off him, do this and do that. That's not right. It's still the father of your kids. And the same with him. They put into his head, oh, she wants to destroy you, she wants to do this and she wants to do that. And most of the time, these men unfortunately listen to whatever's being fed into their ears. And the funny thing is, why take advice from people who have failed with their own lives? I can't get my head wrapped around that. I can't. You're giving me advice about something, Mariam, and you're divorced 3-4 times and all of your relationships are not working out, but I need to listen to you. No, read. Do your own research, read your own books about divorce, read your own books about personal development and how to be civil and how to grow. Self-development is everything, and good support network. Okay, I'm blessed that I do have a good support network. I have my family and I have my 2 best friends who are sitting right here. I do understand sometimes our families and our friends are not the best type of people around us and who can give us really false advice, especially going through a divorce. You will find when you're going through a divorce, when you're kind of at your lowest, you will find people that try to actually bring you down even more. But you need to be able to pick up on that and realize that, and don't listen to it and don't feed into that, and love yourself and separate yourself from that and find other friends. If you love yourself and if you kind of work on your own personal development, you will manifest better people into your life. You will meet people who are amazing, who are going to love you and who are going to support you. That does happen. Again, law of attraction, please look into it. Like, I'm going to try to post up some links, some videos of what I personally watched that were a big wow for me. I hope it's a wow for you guys too. So I covered my baby weight, I covered the divorce, advice for women. Okay, so focus, get a job, make sure it's a civil divorce, focus on your personal growth, and focus on your appearance too, girl. You need to look good. Trust me, when you look good, you feel good, and when you get that confidence, get your life in check, get the routine organized with the children, plan out what you're gonna say to your kids, how you're gonna approach them, be there for them as much as you can, and just focus on your future. Don't look back, don't sit and dwell and be the victim and think, oh my God, he did this to me and he did that to me. You'll live the rest of your life in that same sob story and you're not gonna get anywhere in your life. So go through your marriage, be like, you know what, I was married, that marriage served me well, I learned so much. It doesn't matter how bad your marriage was, you still learn a lot from that marriage, otherwise you wouldn't be the person you are today. And focus on your future, stop looking back into the past. That's my advice. Okay, how are you adapting to being a single mom, and what's the hardest thing about it? The hardest thing for me going through my divorce would have been at the beginning of it, when I was questioning whether I was making the right decision or not. I was worried, I have 3 kids, I don't want to ruin my children's life, I don't want to, do anything that's not going to be right by them. But then now where I am, and I look back at it, the happiness that I am in now, and the way my kids are happy too, and just the way my life is unfolding, and it's working out great. It's amazing. Just focus. Whatever you feed your brain, whatever you feed your mind with your thoughts, you will manifest. So if you're going to constantly think about negative stuff within your head and focus all your energy on everything that's going to go wrong, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. But if you kind of think everything's going to be great, you meditate, you read, and you lift your vibrations, you think you'll be fine, you'll be good. Just believe in yourself and focus on the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is internal happiness and internal peace. What inspired you to go into skincare? Okay, so I was born into this. My mum is a beauty therapist and she also has clinics. I've been working since I was really young, so it's a family thing, but I love it. Like, ever since I was young, I loved looking after myself. I loved skin, I loved beauty, I loved makeup. It's just something that I was born into, and I guess it runs in our blood. It chose me. I didn't choose it, it chose me, literally. Do you ever wish you had a quieter life without social media? That's an interesting one. If I was gonna say, yeah, I do wish I had a quiet life without social media, I'd be lying to you. I'm so grateful for my social media. If it wasn't for my social media, I wouldn't be where I am today, to be honest with you. When I took over this clinic 8 years ago, it was a rundown hair salon and nobody knew about it. If it wasn't for my social media, I wouldn't be where I am today. And this whole perception that social media is bad for you. Yes, it can be bad for you, but it's the way it's used. If you use your social media right, and you deliver a powerful message and you kind of help people and you express yourself through it, there's nothing wrong about social media. It's amazing. I love my social media. I love you guys, and I love that you guys love me too. Yeah, it's not like I'm stopping my life to do social media. My life is part of social media. Like it's me. It's within me. It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy taking photos. I enjoy taking videos. I enjoy being creative. I'm a very creative person. I enjoy interacting with you guys, so I love it. No, I wouldn't have it any other way. The most amazing people that I've met in my life is through social media. So I'm not stopping my life for social media, and I don't stage anything. Nothing is fake. And I feel like that's why maybe I have the following that I have, and my genuine people who do love me, because they feel that I'm as real as it gets. And, I don't care what, obviously you're not going to make everyone happy, and I honestly couldn't give a flying. What you see is what you get. I just document my life, and, in the future, when I'm older, I want to look back at my life and be like, yeah, I lived that life. I want my kids to be able to watch all of this and, be happy and have memories and be proud. So I love what I do. I love my social media. I'm extremely grateful for everything about social media and my life. When are you starting your skin courses? So for the last 6 months, I have been working on these courses, and I like everything to be perfect. I don't like things, half done. So we are working on it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, soon, within the next 6 to 8 weeks, it should be completely finalized. It's going to be amazing. The education that we're providing within our skin courses, you really don't get that anywhere. Like the amount of research we do, and the amount of clients that we've dealt with our experience with skin. We are one of the busiest clinics in New South Wales, so you can't find that. Sometimes no matter how much you read, it's different to actual practical experience dealing with clients. And we do have that to back us up. Local Business Awards 2 years in a row. 2018, 2019, we won Local Business Awards for the best beauty services in our areas. And that doesn't just happen by mistake. The thousands of clients that we've transformed their skin and added confidence to them, having that to back us up with our knowledge with skin. That's why I'm so excited for these courses, because to be able to share that and educate other people with it, and be able to kind of contribute to another woman's success or male success. I love that. So all you people out there who you want to get into this field, if you like what you see and you want to be the same thing and even more, this is the course for you. Being successful, having a trade, doing a trade that you love doing, being flexible, it's amazing. Independent, the whole thing. So how I met Leah was, I had a client of mine who's still our client, who said to me, I have a relative of mine, she's this amazing makeup artist, she needs to work out of a place to do her clients because she's getting so busy and she can't bring them to the back of her house. And when I jumped on Leah's Instagram, I was blown away. I was like, damn, this girl, she's amazing. I've not seen work like that. So she came into this clinic, this 19-year-old girl. We did our first video together. Do you remember how much that video blew up? Yes. Anyway, we did our video, it blew up. I had never had my makeup done like that, the way she did my makeup. So that's how me and Leah met. Love you. Best organic skincare or natural for sensitive skin? Girl, my skincare, it's made in Australia and it's all natural. It is amazing. It's great for sensitive skin. We have different types of products. There's products that are stronger for, your more hardcore type of skin conditions, but for sensitive skin, redness, rosacea, it is amazing. It's so nice, it's soft, it does its job, but it doesn't strip away too much. It keeps you hydrated. I just love it. As you can tell, my skin is. Being 2 times in a row best beauty services in Sydney, I know what I'm talking about, and I know my skincare, and this skincare is for you, trust me. Okay. Hi Shireen said, online shopping or offline shopping? Okay, sometimes I like to do online shopping, but really I like to do offline. I need to go in here, I need to try them on. I'm a very petite girl. I'm petite, but I'm curvy in certain areas. In the right places, and sometimes what you buy online will come and it doesn't fit and it's just not right. So I need to go in that store, I need to try my clothes, I need to make sure it sits nice on my body. So I'm definitely an offline girl. Your face changed, did you have plastic surgery?
Bom, bom, bom.
Bom, bom, bom.
Question of the year. Free skincare range for that person.
Okay, so the plastic surgeries that I've had done on my face, recently I haven't had any plastic surgeries, but I have had my nose done. I had that done when I was probably about 21. No, sorry, the first time I had my nose done, I was 18. I had it done overseas. It was, you know what, I'm going to tell you the whole my surgery story for my nose in another video, because that's just a story for another time. But I've had it done 3 times my nose. I love my nose now. Recently what I had done, I felt like I had lost so much weight in my face, and I don't like that really chiseled skinny kind of look. I feel like you look sick. So I had fillers done on my cheekbones, around my mouth, a little bit on my chin, obviously in my lips, a bit of Botox around the eyes. These are natural. Who did my face the last time? Biba Cosmetics. I highly recommend. She's amazing. She reminds me of Huda Beauty, to be honest with you. Her aura and her vibe is so up there and upbeat, and her ass is amazing. Hi Queen, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, inshallah, in business and in life?
With me.
Okay, in 5 to 10 years, I'm gonna say 10 years because that's how long my kids need to graduate. I see my children graduating from school, in the school that I want them to be in and stay in. That's another story for another day. I want to be extremely successful. I do have that as one of my main goals. But successful isn't just money. Successful is everything else within. I want to be happy. I want to be running an empire, to be honest with you. In 10 years time, you know, if I want to book that plane and go to that country in my own plane, in my own jet, that's going to happen. So my own reality show, keeping up with the Elkakians. And I'll probably release the album or 2 because I love to sing.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, by Shireen.
Perfume.
And I'll be releasing my perfume called
Silent Victory.
Silent Victory by
Shireen
Shireen Sayed.
Out soon.
Hopefully the clinic to be franchised. Not hopefully, it will be franchised. I really want to get into education, run some education. I want to see my kids older. I want to see them happier. I want to see them like princesses living their best life, educated.
You want to see them doing whatever it is that
Makes them happy. But I still want them to be educated, because when they're educated, I want them to have that tool. And just happiness, peace, abundance, living a great life. That's where I see myself in 10 years. What drives you and motivates you to do great things every day? That vision that I just told you. Seeing myself where I want to be in the future, that gives me the motivation and the vision to, you know, do me and be me. But it's just part of me, like me as a person. I'm very optimistic. I'm a very motivated girl. I don't believe, I'm not a victim, you know, I don't give up, you know. I keep going and I make sure it happens. I do my best for God, for my children. You know, He gave me what I have, and I'm extremely grateful for that. You know, He chose me for this life, and I'm just going to live my life to the fullest to please Him and make Him happy, and that's it. I'm newly married. I would like to ask, what is your tips for a good, healthy relationship, please? Woo!
I wouldn't know if you find out.
Okay. Well, she's already married, so early stage in the marriage. Okay, you know that rug that everybody has in the marriage that you constantly you push things under the rug? That rug should not exist. You know, if something that I learned, and I actually learned this off one of my ex-husband's really good close friends. He told me something about him and his wife, and I absolutely adored it. He said to me, he gets me, whenever we have a problem, we do not go to sleep until it's sorted, down to where one night when they get into an argument and it gets heated, they move away from each other for half an hour until they both come down, and they come back and then they talk about it again until it gets solved. Whenever you have a problem, solve your problem. Don't push it under the carpet, wake up the next day like nothing happened and just get over it. Because you might think that you just got over it then and there, but guess what? Deep inside, you never get over it. That's how resentment builds up, hatred, you just can't stand the person. It's a recipe to disaster. Be able to confront your partner needs to be able to be comfortable in confronting you too, and to be able to solve your problems. Once your problem gets solved, that's it, you move on, you don't go back to it. It doesn't happen again and it doesn't repeat. So my number one advice is make sure that there is absolutely no rug that shit just gets swept under. Communication. If you're not happy and if he's not happy, you both need to be able to sit there and have that conversation with each other. Okay, this is what I like, this is what I didn't like, just let's make sure it doesn't happen again. And we need to compromise. If you feel like you're married to a man that doesn't know how to compromise with you, girl, you're married to the wrong man. And if it's early in your relationship, leave before you have children. Name 3 things you've realized you can live without having experienced being in lockdown. I wasn't in lockdown. I was out all the time in lockdown. So, you know, funny enough, during lockdown, I actually went through some periods where I was opening up money boxes to get money out. True story. But yet, I was so happy. And that goes to show sometimes, you know, money is everything, but sometimes it's not everything. You can absolutely live without anything. Holding attachments to things in life is not healthy. Being able to just the only thing that I cannot live without are my children. As long as I got food on the table, as long as I got a roof over my head, everything is fine. So that's mine. What made you so strong? Okay, being strong for me, it is not an option. There's no button that I can press to be like, oh, I'm gonna be strong. There's things that I've experienced in my life just made me strong, to be honest with you. And my mindset, there is no other option. I'm strong. That's just who I am. It's part of who I am. I'm not weak. There's no room for weakness that exists within me. I despise weakness. I hate weakness. You know, no. So being strong is just me. Something else why I'm so confident that I'm strong is I know I always do the right thing. And I live by my moral system inside me is I feel like I know it's right. So me having that moral system in there, knowing that I'm always doing the right thing, by God or the universe, by myself, is what gives me the strength to be so strong. And I just have so much faith in everything's going to be alright, everything's going to be good because you do the right thing. That's exactly what's going to happen. And whatever life sends you, you might go through hard trials through it, but guess what? That only makes you stronger, and that was sent to you for a reason, so you can learn from it and move on. So that's what makes me strong. Is Layla your best friend? Yes, Layla is my best friend. Layla is my sister. Layla is my... What?
I'm joking. Best friend.
I have 2 best friends. The real OG best friend has been around for the last 2 years, every single day, up to 5 a.m. crying on the phone while I was pregnant. What's happening in my life? I love you, you know I love you, yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video, and it's going to go on for a little while, but I hope I answered all your questions. And now I'm so much more comfortable doing YouTube videos because I can be me and I can do myself without being held down. So watch this space. Love you guys. Love you.